Hey Cancer, how are you? This is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. As a general reading, it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. So the good news is, yay, Mercury is direct. Mercury and Venus both going through their post retrograde shadow phase. So we're still covering some of the territory that we've been dealing with for a while, right? But we're probably doing so from a clearer mind, clearer energies coming through. So that's the good news. Also, we have Mars chasing Venus right now. That's kind of fun. I love when they come together. They're the lovers card in the cosmos, the Mars being the divine masculine energy, the doing planet, and Venus being the divine feminine energy, the receptive being planet, the feeling planet. And they catch up with each other. He's going to catch her on the 16th, and that felt really kind of fun and flirtatious to me. Being that it's right around Valentine's Day. So we're going to do a little bit of a true love Valentine's spread. Here's your oracle for today. Some interesting energy. This is all from Spirit Animal Oracle. You got Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, card number 6. 6 is about balance, but it came through in protection. So this is basically asking you to check for where there may be any rotten wood in the foundation of your dreams. So it's kind of letting you know you cannot build dreams on wishful thinking or from a place of lack or a lack of worthiness, feeling unworthy on any level. So go back, rebuild a more solid foundation aligned with what your soul knows to be true for you. Okay, so I like that because it is a little bit of a warning, but it's more of, hey, you know, before you get too far into your manifestation, we are in a waxing cycle of the moon, double check that, you know what is really going on here for yourself and that it's not a wishful thinking kind of a situation, that you deem yourself worthy of it and you believe you are deserving of it. Your next card out, card 56, 5 and 6 is 11, Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. So once you've got them on a solid foundation, seeing things as they really are, and then setting the foundation for manifestation, it says make your dreams real. So take a single step to make your dream a reality, and Spirit will take 10 steps toward you. That's the general energy of Spider. Spider Spirit is some measure of co-creation. So the action needed here, Cancer, is to be clear about your intentions, which we're getting from Beaver Spirit, and then act as if you have become the one who lives the life you desire. Weave your web, weave your web. Make your dreams real. And then the last card out was Koi Fish Spirit, card 36, there is always enough. I love this card for you because there's lots of potential for prosperity and good luck with the Koi card, Koi Spirit card. The Koi actually grows very big in a small pond. So focus on your inner state of prosperity, your inner state of abundance. Generate wealth within is what the guidebook said, and then watch the world rise up to meet you in that space and reflect your inner prosperity. That is the law of attraction. I love it. Okay, so let's take a look at your connection here using the True Love spread. I'll lay out the cards. I'll let you know what each position is. What's coming through for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You could be here as a cross watcher. That's fine. Sometimes a message comes through directly to you. Other times you have to flip the characters around. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you will consider joining us here by subscribing. And if you've been watching me for a while, but you haven't subscribed, I ask that you do. I don't ask for much. I ask that you do. That's a lovely energetic exchange. Helps me grow this thing. And that means I get my message out to more people. Oh, I love this. Uh-oh. That's good. Well, you've already come through the worst of it, Cancer. That's the good news. But someone is still sort of sabotaging themselves here. We've got the Eight of Cups on the bottom. So the Eight of Cups just underneath suggests to me that there's still some energy that isn't serving you, some possible drama, right? Turning your back on the drama, turning your back on what doesn't serve you with the Eight of Cups. And there may be something here that still needs to be resolved. So first card out represents you. Now this can be reversed, but I'm just saying for those of you watching, this is you. This is hope. Hope, hope, hope. Faith, trust. I love the Star card in this position because it almost says you're expecting that the universe will have your back and grant the wish. And I like that for you. Now, your person, however, is here in the Five of Swords energy. That's icky energy. It's sabotage, self-sabotage. It's game playing. It's zero-sum game, right? This person's got to win at all cost. It's not the greatest energy. And I have a feeling that there's been a painful ending around that already, and that may actually serve as your strength. But I'm going to get there in a minute. Here is the connection card, right? What brings you together? What represents the characteristics of this connection? It's like that, oh my gosh, that happily ever after. I think I have found the one I could build a life with. This feels very emotionally generous. There's a lot of generosity with the Ten of Cups, and there's this thing when you're both together where you sort of feel like no one can tear you asunder. That's part of the wedding vows, I believe, right? So it's a really lovely energy, but here is the problem. In the strengths position is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords would represent that you've already been through some kind of a painful ending. There's been something that wasn't sustainable in the connection, and therefore it kind of all came to, like, I'm feeling there was a tower moment, even though I'm not seeing the tower. So this is something that you're coming through, and this pain sort of brings you together and helps you maintain the connection and grow it stronger. Why do I say that? This is actually the weakness card. Okay, so Six of Cups is past life soulmate energy, and I'm almost seeing it as sometimes you forget what brought you together. Sometimes it may be difficult to remember the warmth and the nostalgia, especially when you go through some difficult experience. Right? And I feel like there's this person probably always sets themselves up and therefore sabotages what's good in the relationship, because there's a lot that's good in the relationship. If you can remember it, there's a lot that's good here. If you don't forget what it is that brought you together. The Page of Cups in this position, this is the true love card, right? This kind of identifies where this relationship can be successful. Well, it can be successful when you are sincere, when there is a sincere exchange of loving emotions, of compassion, of sensitivity, the messages that say, hey, I adore you, I really care about you, something very sincere. So this can also be apologies. And it almost feels to me like part of the strength of this connection and what may keep it going forward is that when something goes off the rails, you have the ability to regroup. You can come back to center. And you can sort of regroup and get back on track with a simple message of love or apology. The star in this case can also represent healing. So for those of you who are identifying with this side of the reading so far, it may be that that kind word is what keeps you engaged in the connection, healing from whatever goes off the rails, which it looks like something did, and getting stronger from it. You know, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. So let's see the star. Yes, there's the tower. Didn't I say? I feel there was a tower. Huh. So what are you calling in here? Yeah, you're looking for the healing. You're looking for a dream come true, a wish to be granted. Especially because there's something on the path, and I'm really feeling the Eight of Cups. There's been some drama. There was some kind of shakeup. Please know it could be happening right now, or it may have already happened, but it feels partly tied to Uranus, that shock and awe planet, right? Expect the unexpected. That's the planet where anything can happen and probably will. And I almost feel as if there was something that, you're trying to heal from it. You're trying to call in whatever it is you're wishing for. And I'm seeing that there may have been a weak foundation, right? We had the beaver spirit talking about locate the rotting wood in the foundation of your dreams and shore it up. And I like that because underneath that is the high priestess. So there, on some level, your intuition is working for you, even though it's going on behind the scenes. I do feel like on some level there may also be distance between you, at least maybe no speaking. So you're using the high priestess's energy at 5D to sort of sort through what it is, where it is that something is not shored up in the foundation. That's where the cracks are. 5 of Swords. Yes. I'm going to hold on interpreting this. I do believe I'm looking at a divine masculine. It's almost coming through as if this person has an issue where they kind of always need to be right. I've seen the Queen of Wands, and I'm seeing the Queen of Wands as somebody like, you don't tangle with the Queen of Wands. And this Emperor is tangling with the Queen of Wands. Very resistant and defensive energy underneath. So that could be what's going on here, is there could be a battle of wills in this connection. And then what ensues is some game playing, and then the whole thing comes apart. So let's see the 10 of Cups. Yeah, but you don't have any quit in you, which is good. In time, everything sort of sorts itself out. 7 of Pentacles. I like that the Knight of Swords is here. This is the clearing of the air. There's a lot of love here, and it just feels to me like what's really working for the two of you is you're not quitters. You don't give up. You persevere. Someone here doing cleanup on aisle 5. So, if you step in it, you're the Knight of Swords. If they step in it, they're the Knight of Swords. In some way, you always get back to center, even if it takes a little time. That's really good energy. Let's look at the 10 of Swords, because this is the Strengths card. You can heal after things go badly. And whenever there's an issue where you're sort of feeling stuck, communication is your way through it. So the strength here is that you can heal the wounds. You can get beyond, the 10 of Swords, end of a painful cycle. And the Ace of Swords would be the next card out in that series, but you take the time you need to heal. And if you're ever feeling stuck, the way through that is through the gift of your words, through communication, through expression. 6 of Cups does represent the weakness card in an area that needs to be addressed. Right. So when this happens, and I'm feeling like I'm looking at a masculine who sort of, by virtue of their need to control, and sometimes maybe by virtue of their defensiveness and resistance to the leadership that's coming from the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands knows who she is and what she wants, and she doesn't suffer fools. And what happens sometimes is there seems to be like a battle of wills, a clash of those two very strong personalities, and then we just get subterfuge, the 7 of Swords. So one of the weaknesses is when you forget what the nature of this connection is, or it's not that you forget, it's that it gets pushed in the background. And instead what we have is this Knight of Wands versus the King of Pentacles. So the Knight of Wands is sort of something that repeats, or someone that's in and out and in and out, versus the stability of the King of Pentacles. So I feel this is the weakness, is there's maybe some impulse and a little less stability and predictability underneath, and it harms the connection because there's no reciprocity. It's very one-sided. The 2 sixes here with these 2 energies in the middle tell you exactly what it's about. If there's no reciprocity, it's because somebody's being more impulsive and sort of forgetting that they kind of need to show up on a regular basis instead of just when the spirit moves them, pardon the phrase. And that may be an area that needs to be addressed. It's like, why, use your communication to sort through this continual, and I feel like the 10 of Swords is representing lessons here. I know it's not a lessons card. It's usually a painful cycle drawing to a close, but I'm feeling like it's something you guys go through on repeat. And it's not that you can't heal it, and it's not that you can't, right? You can't heal it. Star 4 of Swords, you both have that ability to heal it, and I feel like eventually you kind of come back together and clear the air. That's not the problem, and that's a really good quality in a relationship, because things are going to happen, stuff's going to go down, and apologies are going to need to be made. Hello. But I almost feel like it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It doesn't have to be that way. So I do feel like when the communication opportunities come, it should be about reflecting warmly and with nostalgia on what brought you together to begin with, past life soulmate energy coming through here. And once you reflect on that and spend a little time tripping down memory lane, sometimes just doing that really is helpful and may help you each see the way where things are not always equal. That someone's more taking in the moment and the other is just showing up. And what you want is someone who shows up in equal measure to that which you do. That's a powerful message. The True Love card identifies the way in which this relationship can be successful. Yeah, stop the avoidance, right? Come clean and make apologies for when things are sketchy. The 7 of Swords doesn't always have to be lying, cheating, stealing. It's not the greatest card, but I much prefer it over the 5. I'll be honest. This is just avoidance. This is just, getting away without having to deal with the situation directly. There's a lot of love here, but the good news is apologies can be made for those times when things feel less than dandy. Underneath is the 4 of Cups. That's where the emotional distance comes from. The 4 of Cups, the unhappiness, the dissatisfaction, the disillusionment, is that you got someone who's like coming in one door, right? And going out the other. Wait, let me put them this way. Got it? That's exactly how it feels. And it's not something you can depend on. And it feels like if that's what you can depend on is to be constantly dealing with the ish, then that's not very satisfactory. So I think that where this relationship can be successful is in the ability to kind of come clean, make things right, acknowledge on an emotional level when things feel less than direct, less than coming from high vibration. I'm not seeing anything terrible, but I do feel like it's a pattern of avoidance, evasiveness, defensiveness, and it's showing up to me as self-sabotage. And the self-sabotage ends up sabotaging all that's good in the relationship, and then we go back to the 10 of Swords. So this kind of feels like it's something that keeps going. Yeah. Right? We need some balance and fairness. That makes sense to me. Before I tell you who showed up in the reading energetically, I will let you know there is a link to the extended. And this time I'm going to explore the connection in terms of like zones, meaning the love theme, right? The zone of love in the connection, where the zone of challenges. We got a little flavor here, but I want to delve into it a little bit more deeply. Your lesson that you're learning in this connection, their lesson that they're learning in this connection. Then I want to look at your growth zone. Where are opportunities for growth in the relationship, and your romance zone. So that's the on fuego part of the reading. We'll explore that as well and some additional love and romance oracle to close it out. So the links below to that. Here's who showed up. Aquarius is the star, Aries is the tower, High Priestess is Pisces, Aries in the Emperor. Queen of Wands can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy. The Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. The King of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So that's who we got. And yeah, it's a good reading, but I feel like it's showing where the warts are. And all you got to do is sort of take them out in the sun and spend a little time nurturing each other, reflecting on what brought you together, and communicating about the ways in which you can walk away, or not walk away, but walk forward, move forward, feeling like there's some equal give and take. I said walk away because I was thinking of this, but what you're walking away from is the pattern of the disappointment. And so if you can put words to it in a way that is responded to in a positive emotional manner, I think there's a lot of really good stuff here. Okay, so the links below, I'll see you there. Otherwise, take care, Cancer, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.